Hi, my name's Tom. I'm an edit assistant and a graphic designer. I'm now going to be showing you how to remove Redeye from your photos using Adobe Photoshop CS4. Okay, as we can see here, we've got one normal eye and one red eye. So if I remove the layer, as you can see, this lady here has got two quite scary looking red eyes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter the quick mask and create a mask over her eye of which the section we wish to remove the red from. So with the picture layer selected, I'm going to enter the quick mask mode by pressing the letter Q on your keyboard. Now you'll notice on the history, it'll say the option to enter quick mask mode. Just there. Okay, now using a brush, which can be found on the Photoshop palette here, or the shortcut being B on your keyboard, I'm going to now slowly adjust the size of the brush to fit the redness within the eye. So just going to increase that slightly, a bit too much. A bit too much. So this will all vary from picture to picture. Just going to adjust the hardness quite slightly there. Okay, so once we've got those set, just hit enter. Now what you want to do is you want to click roughly around where the red eye is. So just with one little click like so. Now don't panic, you have made it worse, but I'm going to quickly show you how to use that mask which we created there to remove the redness. So we now want to exit the quick mask mode, which is the same as how you enter it, by pressing Q on your keyboard. Now you'll notice that you've now got a selection of the image. Now you might see once you've exited the quick mask mode that you haven't quite got it on point, which I haven't there. So to deselect that, you press Apple, whoops, just move us back to where we were. To deselect the image, you press Apple or Control for a PC and press the letter D on your keyboard, and that will remove the selection. So I'm now quickly just going to go back into the quick mask mode, select a slightly smaller brush, pressing enter with my selection, and I'm just going to quick paint over the eye, making it look like she's got a Terminator eye. Exit the quick mask mode. So there we go, that selection is slightly more around the redness that we had there. Now, as you can see, we've got the outside of the image selected, but what we want to select is the redness within the eye. So to invert the selection, if you hold down Apple or Control if you're using a PC, Shift, which is the same for all computers, and press the letter I on your keyboard. And as you can see, the selection has changed to just the inside of her eye there. Now what we want to do is we want to make a copy of that redness there of her eye. So I'm going to press Apple J, which is the shortcut to dupe the layer, dupe the selection. So now if I remove the bottom layer, you can see I've just got the selection of the redness of her eye there. So just going to snap that back on. Right, now with the red painted selection there, I'm going to select the layer option and adjust it from normal, scroll down there to saturation. Still doesn't look any different, but bear with me 1 second. We're now going to go to edit, which is on the top tool layer here. Sorry, no we're not. We're going to go to image, which is on the top tool layer here. Adjustment, hue and saturation. This is going to bring up this menu here. So just going to move it so we can see the eye and our options. Now this is just a case of adapting the options here to remove the redness. So we're just going to bump the brightness up there. Remove the selection. and hit OK. Now, as you can see, we haven't quite got the whole image there. So if we duplicate that layer that we created earlier by right-clicking on the layer that's selected, hit duplicate there. Okay, what we can now do is move that selection around the eye to cover up the redness. So using the Move tool, which is in the tool palette up here, or V as the shortcut, and you can just very slowly move the images around to remove the redness. So you might need to do this a few times. It's just reselecting, just gently dragging it over the red. This may take, you might be able to get it in one go, or you might have to take a few goes. It really does depend on your selection earlier on. And that is how you remove Redeye using Adobe Photoshop.